chapter 22, day 22. We're getting to the end of the series. A couple of interesting things in this chapter that are just so beautiful is Paul starts addressing. So he's been beaten. He's going to be taken into the barracks, and he says, "Hey, can I speak to them?" And he addressed them in the Hebrew language. And when he did this, they became even more quiet. And then he said, "I am a Jew, born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in this city, educated at the feet of Gamaliel, according to the strict manner of the law of our fathers, being zealous for God as all of you are." This day he's relating to them. He says, "Hey, like I was zealous like you, and I persecuted this way to death." And here, the first thing we see is Paul is not ashamed of his Jewish upbringing. He's not ashamed of the things that he knows and the things that he was taught. He uses this as a tool in his hand to relate to people and to preach the gospel. And so he relates to them the whole story of his coming to the Lord. But there's just one thing that I want us to see here, and it's in verse 14, and it's Ananias that says this to him. "The God of our fathers appointed you to know his will, to see the righteous one, and hear a voice from his mouth. For you will be a witness for him to everyone of what you have seen and heard." Now, that just struck me. I was just like, okay, Lord, I just sense this might be for all of us, to know his will, to see the righteous one, to see Jesus, and to hear a voice from his mouth. And then the Romans take him in, and he says, "Hey, but listen, if you're going to flog me, I am a Roman citizen." And the thing that stuck with me, and so he's a Roman citizen by birth as a Jewish man, very rare. There's a couple of plausible ways that you can go and research how he became that, but he says this. It's very rare, but it's so useful. And I think there's so many of us that we are placed in certain situations. We have a certain degree, we have a certain gift, we have a certain skill, and we say, "No, but for the gospel I need to hide it. For the gospel I need to," and that's not humility. That's false humility. And so my encouragement today is, where has the Lord placed you? What has he given you? And how can you use that to further the kingdom, further the gospel, see people come to the knowledge of Jesus Christ, to know his will, to see the righteous one, and to hear his voice. These are the important things. Wherever you are, whatever you do, whatever you are called to do, use what God has given you. If it is little, if it is much, it doesn't matter. The Lord has ordained your life, given you a purpose, called you, given you giftings. Let us use this. Amen.